responsibilities for that child. In juvenile domestic relations court, if they are a minor and they get caught, there's a whole host of things that a juvenile court judge can do with that child. They can place them on probation. They can put them in detention. They can subject them to all terms of probation, including curfews and community service. They can order them into substance abuse, be that outpatient, residential treatment. They can have home visits ordered. Parents can be ordered to attend counseling with their children. The probation officers may go to the schools and visit the schools and the teachers and the counselors to get information on the child. The legal consequences to the parents alone are significant, and to the child. It's expensive and it's time consuming. But then, what happens after that? After the child has come in and been put on probation, let's say they've been caught, a friend of theirs at school has given them a pill of Adderall, and they're caught with it, that's a felony. So what happens after that? If the child is in high school, I'm sure the child wants to go to college. I'm sure if the child is in high school, the child may want to be on a sports team. I'm sure if the child is in high school, the child wants to perhaps get into a technical career or get a professional license later in life. A felony conviction, even as a juvenile, is information that's retained by the juvenile court. Misdemeanors are handled a little bit differently. A misdemeanor in Virginia is anything up to 12 months in jail and a $2,500 fine. A felony, and that includes time in jail if you're an adult, time in detention if you're a juvenile. A felony offense can range all the way up to the death penalty in capital murder cases, to a fine in lesser felony offenses. So the range of punishment for a felony is really quite vast. In typical felony drug cases, the penalty is up to 10 years in the penitentiary if you're an adult. And you can conceivably be committed to the Department of Juvenile Justice, that is juvenile jail, if you will, where it's a little bit more rehabilitative in spirit, at its worst, if you're a juvenile. So the consequences to a child making that decision in school to accept a pill of Adderall from somebody is really quite enormous if the child is caught and if the child is convicted. So I try and get the information out to the parents and to the children that it's not just that they got caught, but what is going to happen down the road when they make that application to their college. And their colleges ask them, have you ever been arrested? What happens when they graduate from college and they apply for a professional license? And the application for the professional license or the vocational license asks them, have you ever been arrested? What happens when they try out for a sports team? Or if they're so talented that they play professionally, what are the consequences of the choices they make now? The legal ones are really big. And so please have this conversation, because we do not want in our office to see the children making these poor decisions now.